guys, it's me. It's day 8 of Spooktember Slam, so I'm gonna continue on with decorating my front room here. So my next project is those technically they're paper spiral ghosts, as you can see here. I know Walmart's selling them, so you could buy this if you'd like, but I'm gonna make it. And I've seen them all over Pinterest. So I actually have one that I already tested out, and that's this guy here. And that's because I've decided to do this out of foam, not paper. Just because this will store way easier at the end of the season. It's not gonna get bent or torn or messed up. So I figured foam was a better bet. At least I wanna be able to keep this. I don't wanna have to do this again and again and again every year. So that's what I'm doing. And it honestly is still relatively cheap. This is also a really good project to do with your kids if you want. So if you are interested in doing it with foam, here's the supplies. You're gonna need foam sheets, of course. I got these from Hobby Lobby for 99 cents a piece. They're 12 inches by 18 inches, so I can get one large ghost out of this, plus some smaller ghosts. So I picked up quite a few, because I plan on having multiple. You're also gonna need the jewelry string. It's basically just a clear string, or fishing line. That works too. And then along with some tape, so that way you can hang it from the ceiling. And then also scissors. So minimal stuff, very cheap, very easy. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of draw my own design and cut from there, which you can do as well. But I have seen free templates online if you wanna have a cutting guideline. So just type in like free spiral ghost pattern or something along those lines. I'm sure you'll see it because I've seen them all over the place. All right, so let me go ahead and change this camera angle for you, and I'll show you how to start drawing your ghost and creating it. All right, let's go. Okay, so for your drawing, you want to use a pencil. I'm going to go ahead and use a Sharpie in this video so you can see, but please make sure you use a pencil because the marker is going to smear, as you will see. Now for the drawing, start off by making the head. I'm going to go ahead and add some arms and playful fingers here, but this is completely optional. Once you have those lines in, you're going to extend a line from the left-hand arm and curve it downwards and along the sides. Then take another line from the other hand and you're going to curve it inwards to complete the torso. Once you do that, connect your outer line to that inner torso line, and then you can begin to spiral inwards to create the tail. The more spirals you have, the longer your ghost will be. And as of course I mentioned, the marker smeared. After that, go ahead and just add in a face and you're done. Okay, so when it comes to cutting your little dude out, it really is just following the pattern. I personally start doing the main body of the ghost before I go into the spiral, just because I find it easier. But you really just need to follow your guideline, that's all it is. The only tip that I can really give you is to make sure you're trying to do smooth cuts. The more you chop like this, the more jagged edges you're gonna be creating. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start over here. So I'm just gonna meet up to my line. I'm gonna try to go on the inner part of the line where my Sharpie was, so I can try my hardest to not get the Sharpie in my final ghost. But once I'm lined up, see if I can kind of show you. I'm gonna use my arm, my left arm, which is not my dominant arm, to turn my sheet of foam. Because the more I do that, the less work I do with my scissors, the smoother my curve will be. Okay, so I'm slowly using my scissors, and watch my back arm back here. I'm slowly putting pressure and I'm moving my arm upwards to get a smoother cut. You can see that's pretty darn smooth. So the more work you do with your non-dominant arm, the smoother your cut's gonna be. Like I said, more chopping is gonna create jagged lines. So that's all you need to do. Just follow your guidelines, slowly put pressure on your scissors, and move your arm up and down to create the curves in your ghost, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and finish this really quick and then we'll jump into the face because the eyes are slightly more complicated, okay? Okay. I still need to kind of cut out his face. So really the only thing to really do here, in my opinion, is I would just bend it and then follow it. So it can be easier not to necessarily draw your eyes in, but at the same time, it is also nice to have a guideline. So that's kind of up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and just bend like you see here. So I just went to the center of the eye and I bent it over, okay? And then I'm just gonna follow my guide. So there's our eyes. You could just leave it like that. That's pretty cute. But I think I'm gonna add a little mouth. So it's gonna end up being a tiny little mouth. Let's see. I want it bigger. So I'd always start small, so that way you can cut more later. But if you start small, you're not gonna mess up quite as quick. There you go, that's our spiral ghost dude. You could flip the tail over if you want, however you wanna do it. And you can pull on it just to make it longer, but you can tell we got a decent sized tail here. But the skinnier you go towards the end and the more spirals you have, the more length you're gonna get. So that's really all it is to it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out some more of these and then we'll go ahead and put them up on the ceiling, okay? Okay. All right, these are all done. It was that easy. Literally just draw, cut, thread your string, and tape it up on the ceiling. Nice and easy. You could paint these if you guys wanted to, like I mentioned in the beginning. I like the stark white. It feels very classically ghost, I guess, but it looks good up against my painting that has bright white as well. But yeah, it was that simple. Like I said, you could do it with your kids. It could be a really fun, quick little project for you guys. You could create like a ghost room and have a bunch of them hanging from the ceiling, or just doing them in the corners like I did. But I think it was fun. It was cheap. It was easy. So why not? But anyways, I'm gonna go off and edit this video and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.